Hi, today is Monday, August 14th, 2023. Tomorrow is our National Independence Day, August 15th. Independence here means Korea was independent from Japan's imperial occupation. The Japan ruled Korea for 36 years, from 1910 to 1945, and Korea got liberated from the Japanese rule right after the U.S. bombed the shit out of Japan at Nagasaki and Hiroshima. The A-bombs really did the job and we got liberated. So speaking of airplanes, let's talk about what the air traffic controllers are. So I'm trying to read this article because it's English. Yes, I am trying to learn English, practice English every day. I have never lived in America except as a tourist for maybe 3 weeks so far. Wait a minute. 4 weeks. I visited United States for 4 times. Once Texas, and another one San Francisco, another one Washington D.C., and another one New York and Boston. So air traffic controllers. After I retire from KT, the number 1 carrier in Korea, I would like to become air traffic controller because it looks quite good and the pay is better than current KT job. 2021 median pay. Of course, I am getting old now, but I'm very smart in my head. My chest is like I am 40s. My belly is like I'm 30s. And belly down, I feel like I'm in 20s. 2021 median pay $129,750 per year, or $62.38 per hour. Typical entry-level education, associate's degree. Work experience in a related occupation, none, that's good. On-the-job training, long-term on-the-job training. Number of jobs 2021 22,900. Job outlook 2021 to 31 1%, little or no change. Employment change 2021 to 31 100%. What air traffic controllers do? Air traffic controllers coordinate the movement of aircraft to maintain safe distances between them. Work environment. Air traffic controllers work in control towers, approach control facilities, or en route centers. Their work can be stressful because maximum concentration is required at all times. Night, weekend, and rotating shifts are common. How to become an air traffic controller? There are several paths to becoming an air traffic controller. Candidates typically need an associate's or a bachelor's degree from the Air Traffic Collegiate Training Initiative program, several years of progressively responsible work experience, or a combination of education and experience. They also must be a U.S. citizen, submit to medical and background checks, and complete training at Federal Aviation Administration Academy. Pay. The median annual wage for air traffic controllers was $129,750 in May 2021. Job outlook. Employment of air traffic controllers is projected to show little or no change from 2021 to 2031. Despite limited employment growth, about 2,400 openings for air traffic controllers are projected each year on average over the decade. Most of those openings are expected to result from the need to replace workers who transfer to different occupations or exit the labor force, such as to retire, exit the labor force, transfer to different occupations. State and area data. Explore resources for employment and wages by state and area for air traffic controllers. Similar occupations. Compare the job duties, education, job growth, and pay of air traffic controllers with similar occupations. More information, including links to ONET. Learn more about air traffic controllers by visiting additional resources, including ONET, a source on key characteristics of workers and occupations. What they do. Air traffic controllers coordinate the movement of aircraft, including within the vicinity of airports and between altitude sectors and control centers, so that they maintain safe distances. Duties. Air traffic controllers typically do the following: monitor and direct the movement of aircraft on the ground and in the air. Control all ground traffic at airport runways and taxiways. Issue takeoff and landing instructions to pilots. Control all ground traffic at airport runways and taxiways. So taxiways is the roads between the airport and the runways. Runways is on which the airlines take off to the air. Transfer control of departing flights to other traffic control centers and accept control of arriving flights. Inform pilots about weather, runway closures, and other critical information. Alert airport response staff in the event of an aircraft emergency. All traffic controllers' primary concern is safety, but they also must direct aircraft efficiently to minimize delays. They manage the flow of aircraft into and out of the airport airspace, guide pilots during takeoff and landing, and monitor aircraft as they travel through the skies. Air traffic controllers use radio equipment to communicate with pilots. They also use radar, computers, and other visual references to monitor and direct aircraft movement in the skies and on airport grounds. Controllers usually manage multiple aircraft at the same time. For example, a controller might direct one aircraft on its landing approach while providing another aircraft with weather information. The following are examples of types of air traffic controllers: tower controllers, approach and departure controllers, en route controllers. Tower controllers direct the movement of aircraft and other vehicles such as snowplows on runways and taxiways. They check flight plans, give pilots clearance for takeoff or landing, and direct the flow of aircraft and ground traffic in the area of responsibility. Most observe from control towers managing traffic from the airport to a radius of 3 to 30 miles out. Approach and departure controllers ensure that aircraft traveling within the airport's airspace maintain minimum separation for safety. These controllers give pilots clearances to enter controlled airspace and hand off control of aircraft to en route controllers. They also inform pilots about weather conditions and other critical notices. Terminal approach and departure controllers work in buildings known as Terminal Radio Approach Control Centers, TRACONs. They assist an aircraft until it reaches the edge of facility's airspace, usually about 20 to 50 miles from the airport and up to about 17,000 feet in the air. Interesting. En route controllers monitor aircraft that leave an airport's airspace. They work at en route traffic controller centers located throughout the country, which typically are not located at airports. Each center is assigned an airspace based on the geography and air traffic in the area in which it is located. As an aircraft approaches and flies through a center's airspace, en route air controllers guide it along its route. They may adjust the flight path for safety reasons, such as to avoid collision with another aircraft. En route controllers direct aircraft for the bulk of the flight before handing off oversight to terminal approach controllers. Oversight. Some air traffic controllers work at the Air Traffic Control Systems Command Center, where they monitor traffic within the entire national airspace. When they identify a bottleneck, they provide instructions to other controllers to help prevent traffic jams. Their objective is to keep traffic levels manageable for the airports and for en route controllers. So en route controllers, they are located throughout the country. Not necessarily at the airports, but somewhere between them. Approach and departure controllers, they direct flights in the airspace. Tower controllers, they monitor ground aircraft and aircraft. They just control flight plans, clearance for takeoff and landing, and so on. Control towers, approach and departure controllers, en route controllers. How to become one? Yeah, I would like to become the air traffic controller myself. But I'm Korean and I work for Korea Telecom, the number one carrier in Korea. But how can I become the US citizen and become an air traffic controller? That's a tall older man. But I could try. There are several different paths to becoming an air traffic controller. Candidates typically need an associate's or bachelor's degree through a Federal Aviation Administration FAA-approved Air Traffic Collegiate Training Initiative program, several years of progressively responsible work experience, or a combination of education and experience. In addition, so that means I need to go to the two-year college, which is approved by Federal Aviation Administration or FAA. In addition, prospective air traffic controllers must be U.S. citizens. So that's and must pass a medical evaluation, background check, and FAA pre-employment tests, including the Air Traffic Controller Specialist Skills Assessment Battery, ATSA. They also must complete a training course at the FAA Academy and apply before the FAA's age cutoff. Also, there's age cutoff too. I would be cut off automatically, I think. I was born in 1968, so sorry about that. Once are hired, controllers typically complete on-the-job training that lasts more than 12 months. Wow, on-the-job training, 12 months, that's a long training. They also must pass a physical exam each year, a job performance exam twice a year, and periodic drug screenings. Yeah, I don't do drugs, so I'm okay. Education. Air traffic controllers typically need an associate's or bachelor's degree. To qualify with an associate's degree, candidates must complete their studies in an ATCTI program. A bachelor's degree may be in any field, including transportation, business, or engineering. The FAA sets guidelines for schools that offer the ATCTI program. ATCTI schools offer 2 or 4-year degrees that are designed to prepare students for a career in air traffic control. The curriculum is not standardized, but courses focus on subjects that are fundamental to aviation, including airspace clearances, chart reading, and federal regulations. Training. Most newly hired air traffic controllers are trained at the FAA Academy in Oklahoma City. The length of training varies with the candidate's background. Candidates must apply before the FAA's age cutoff. After graduating from the academy, trainees are assigned to an air traffic control facility as developmental controllers until they complete requirements for becoming a certified air traffic controller. Developmental controllers begin their careers by supplying pilots with basic flight data and airport information. They then may advance to positions within the control room that have more responsibility. With additional training, controllers may switch from one area of specialization to another. For example, a controller may complete training to transfer from working in an en route center to an airport tower. Other experience. Air traffic controllers sometimes qualify through work experience instead of degree. Candidates either need up to 3 years of progressively responsible generalized work experience that demonstrates the potential for learning and performing air traffic control work, or most have specialized work experience in a military or civilian air traffic control facility. Air traffic controllers who learn their skills in the military are eligible to become civilian air traffic controllers even if their age exceeds the FAA cutoff for applicants. Licenses and certifications and registrations. All air traffic controllers must hold an air traffic control tower operator certificate or be appropriately qualified and supervised as stated in Title 14 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Part 65. Important qualities: communication skills, decision-making skills, detail-oriented math skills, organizational skills, problem skills, and teamwork. Communication skills. Air traffic controllers must be able to give clear, concise instructions, listen carefully to pilots' requests, and respond by speaking directly in English or speaking clearly. Decision-making skills. Controllers must make quick decisions. For example, When pilot requests a change of altitude to avoid poor weather, it could happen. The controller must respond quickly to ensure the aircraft's safety. Detail-oriented controllers must be able to concentrate while multiple conversations occur at once. For example, in a large airport tower, several controllers may be speaking with different pilots at the same time. Math skills. Controllers must be able to do arithmetic accurately and quickly. They often need to compute speeds, times, distances, and they recommend heading and altitude changes. Organizational skills. Controllers must be able to coordinate the actions of multiple flights and to prioritize tasks because they may be required to guide several pilots at the same time. Problem-solving skills. Controllers must be able to understand complex situations, review changing circumstances, and provide pilots with appropriate alternatives. Teamwork. Controllers must be able to work as members of a team, cooperating with and assisting others in and around their area of responsibility. Of course, so they need to have teamwork, problem-solving skills, organizational skills, math skills, detail-oriented focus, decision-making skills, communication skills. Pay. The median annual wage for air traffic controllers was $129,750 in May 2021. The median wage is the wage at which half the workers in occupation earned more than that amount and half earned less. The lower 10% earned less than $71,880, and the highest 10% earned more than $185,990. In May 2021, the median annual wages for air traffic controllers in the top industries in which they worked were as follows. Federal government, $137,380. Support activities for air transportation, $79,580. Let's see. Occupational employment wage statistics. Nothing particular, right? Yeah. What is going on? State and area data. What else? Let's go back. Whoops. I'll just enter the subject again. Similar occupations. Airline and commercial pilots. Wow. Yeah, I would like to become the pilots. Public safety and telecommunicators. That's it. Thanks for listening. I think I would be cut off because of my age. But I will take a look into it and see if I become the air traffic controller in America. Thanks for listening.